Why does Christmas have to be red and gold and green? Why can't it be black and grey? I much prefer the look of Halloween. I don't know, maybe I'm a goth at heart. Halloween has all the cool stuff like skulls and ravens and fancy dress. Christmas has elves, and they're just weird. I don't care what anyone says. Tiny little men dressed in hats with bells on and curly-toed shoes. What's all that about? And there's the whole thing about having to get down chimneys when nobody even has a chimney nowadays, and sneaking into kids' bedrooms and then disappearing off on a sleigh, pulled by flying reindeer. Do you seriously expect me to believe that no drugs were consumed or coming up with that stuff? And to top it all, he visits every single house in one night. Every house on earth. All the tents in the middle of the desert, and the log cabins in the mountains, and the huts in the middle of the rainforest, and the high rises and the tower blocks, and you get my points. At least Halloween is believable. I mean, it's been proven that zombies exist in a voodoo sort of way, and we've all heard of cannibalism, and witches are real even if they don't have green skin and warty noses. And really, Halloween embraces all works of fiction anyway, so what does realism matter? We all get to dress up as our favourite movie character, or a painting, or something that just lurches around and drinks blood. What's not to love about that? At Christmas, you just get to add a bit of tinsel or a crappy paper hat to your red, gold and green ensemble, or wear an ugly jumper, and that's it. Actually, ugly jumpers are probably the best bit about Christmas. They're retro cool now, so you can legitimately buy something awful for everyone and they have no choice but to wear it. But Halloween is so much more inclusive than Christmas, and you don't have to be good all year in order to get candy. In fact, if people refuse to give you candy, then you can throw loo rolls at their house or pour treacle through their letterbox. Everyone can dress up, and even if you just want to throw on an old t-shirt and pretend you're dressed up as your uncle's dog walker or something, nobody cares. Christmas has a list and it gets checked. You've got to fulfill certain criteria or you're excluded. If your name's not down, you're not coming in type of thing. And who needs that? So, better dress code, inclusive, free sweets. I suppose the only thing that Christmas has going for it is its presents. I mean, I'm all for the presents. Even if it's something totally crap, I still love getting a present. If Halloween had presents, then it would be the best holiday of them all. Easter has chocolate, but you have to go and look for it, and there's really nothing else that happens. Halloween with presents would tick all the boxes. You don't even have to spend Halloween with your family. In fact, you're encouraged not to. You're literally sent out of the house to go and knock on other people's doors and not come back until you've had all the E-numbers you can carry. Woohoo! And I actually get on with my family. Well, most of the time. But even I would prefer to be out with my friends, dressed as the Scooby Gang or Mario Kart characters, or some strange thing we threw together in the middle of the last minute as an excuse to get free sweets. Nobody does bonfire night anymore, and I grew up with all those public service announcements about how a sparkler can have someone's eye out and how a firework can sever a thumb, so I tend to give it a miss, to be honest. Better safe than sorry, right? But roaming the streets in all black and grey and fake blood is empowering. You can be anything you want and all bets are off. Better than sitting in your living room staring at a plate of cookies and a glass of milk while trying not to doze off. Early to bed, no thanks, all the same. I could happily sleep through just about every Christmas movie that exists. They all send me into a daze. They're all the same anyway, and nothing ever happens. Will they save Christmas? Of course they will. Spoiler, it's a Christmas movie. And hardly likely to end in bloodshed and sad music, is it? Boring. Halloween is all slasher movies and jump scares, or it's singing skeletons and dancing ghosts, which is much more fun if you ask me. But then there's still the presents. Can't get away from the presents. If only Halloween had presents, then it really would be the most wonderful time of the year.